What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Beatbyshi, and in today's video we are going to do a talk through glowy skin full coverage makeup tutorial. I'm telling you guys what products I use and how I use them. So for foundation, I'm going to use my Nars Radiant Foundation. Guys, if you love a dewy look or glowy skin, this is one of the best foundations to use, and it lasts all day and it's full coverage. It is so full coverage. Look, you see how I just got rid of my freckle? Like, it is absolutely full coverage. I absolutely love this foundation. I like to use a flat brush just to spread my foundation around my face, but then after I'm going to go in with another foundation brush to blend it into the skin. This is just to spread the foundation across the face. Right, the flat foundation brush is going to leave streaks on your face, and we don't want to be looking streaky. So now we need to go in with our buffer brush to buff out the foundation and really pat it into the skin. You got to take your time with this because it is still easy to create streaks with this brush. So really just patting the brush into the skin on my face is starting to look a bit more flat than this side of the face. Then I'm gonna go in with my Kiko full coverage concealer. Guys, when it says it's full coverage, this is full coverage. This is a full coverage makeup tutorial, by the way. Like, I like to look like I'm wearing makeup when I'm doing my makeup. Like, I ain't doing no clean girl aesthetic. I'm doing all over the top. I'm going to apply my concealer with a brush just because we can have more control on that concealer placement, because sometimes when I use a wand, too much product comes off and it be looking like a hot mess, and we don't have time for that. Down the side of my nose, and then we're gonna push the concealer towards the eye. We're not gonna go right under the eye, because if you go right under the eye, that's when it can crease, and we don't have time for our makeup to be creasing. However, when we blend it in, we will blend it under the eye. I definitely feel like Kiko has lost its hype in terms of, I don't really see much people using Kiko anymore, but Kiko Cosmetics be doing its thing. Their lip glosses, the concealer, the setting spray, I definitely think that we need to start investing in Kiko again. Like, I think it's lost its hype. People don't talk about it enough, and it's always done what it needs to do. I'm going to use the wand just because it's nice and thin, and I don't want to make it too thick, just because my nose will end up looking like a hot mess. Next, I'm going to go with my e.l.f. contour and bronzer. Now, one, I love this product because it does two things, and two, the price. I think I got this for about £6, and it's full coverage, and it glows, and it snatches your face, and I'm just telling you, buy this. I love this. It's so... Now, I'm going to do my contour placement up today, just because I want my face to be snatched up here. I'm not really focusing on the lower part of my face today, and I just love this. Like, it's so easy to apply. Like, I didn't even need to double dip because it still had enough product. I put contour and bronzer on my forehead, and my intention isn't actually to make my forehead look smaller. I know that's why people do it, but I just like the bronzy glow, like, going up across my face. That's why I've put bronzer on my forehead. Rare Beauty dupe, and for the price, like I was saying before, the full coverage, it's given. I think in my next tutorial we'll definitely do a full coverage drugstore tutorial, because I have mixed drugstore and expensive. Well, I wouldn't really say Nars is expensive, but it is about £42 for that foundation. So we'll use a cheaper foundation and cheaper concealer next time, and probably still be using these. Now, I don't normally contour my nose, but because we are doing a full coverage video, I thought, why not, let's go all out. And I do like the darkness that it gives to the edge of my nose, because I just like that bronzy glow going across my face. L'Oreal foundation stick, but the reason why I use this is because the full coverageness, because the foundation stick, I just can't get over it. I actually need to invest in this as my foundation, and I'm just gonna go down on my chin. You see what it's done already? You see what it's done already, and we haven't even blended anything in. So I'm actually going to use a beauty blender, and I've literally used a beauty blender about twice this year. This is probably my second time using this year, because I'm not really been in my beauty blender bag, but recently I've been seeing videos of people use a beauty blender. Like, why did I stop using this? It does do its thing. Sprayed my beauty blender with setting spray just because it's supposed to be damp beforehand, and I don't want to use water. Like, I don't want to use water. It makes sense to use setting spray, right? In my first time spraying that elf setting spray as well. It's literally new. I brought it today, so we shall see how that setting spray goes. Oh, do you know what I need to do, guys? I need to do a full face of elf makeup because elf makeup is tea. After blending this out, you see how my face shape has slightly changed. That is what we're going for. Now with the forehead, I'm actually going to use a contour brush, just because if you choose to use a beauty blender and you have a big forehead like me, and let me just be real for a moment, we can be blending for a minute. With the blush, now I don't know if you guys have seen this new upwards blush look, but I'm here for it. So instead of putting our blush on our cheeks, we're putting it more up. I like it. You might not like it, so if you don't, put your blush on your cheeks where you normally would. But there's this new upwards blush look and I'm absolutely here for it. Concealer, I'm going to go in with this concealer brush. The concealer has been sitting this whole time, guys. So when we blend that concealer, we really need to take our time, because some of the concealer might have gone dry and we don't want patches on our face. We don't want patches and we don't want streaks. So we tap lightly. I might be going fast, but I'm going very soft. You see why I love the concealer brush? Because look how that has blended already. Look what it's done already. And to move that concealer slightly up, that wasn't directly under the eye, we just push it up ever so slightly. Not too much, because you don't want the concealer to go into your eyes. To the chin, I use a brush, my buffing brush, the same buffing brush with my foundation, just because I don't mind the concealer going a bit upwards, and because I use this brush for my foundation, it still has a bit of foundation on it, so the concealer isn't as light as it was under my eyes. We're then going to blend the concealer down the nose with a small concealer brush, and we're just going to take our time, go very slow, because any mistakes, your nose can go crooked. See, I've actually messed up a bit, but I'm going to fix that. Any mistakes, your nose can go crooked, your nose can look flat, your nose can look any shape that you don't want it to look. This is random, but I'm actually going to use an eyeshadow brush to blend in my nose contour, just because it gives those light strokes, and I don't want any chance of messing this up, just because your nose will go crooked or your nose will just not go the way you want it to. So I really just want to have that control when it comes to blending out the nose contour. I'm using a contour brush, and now I'm using a brush for something that's supposed to be used for to sculpt out my chin. And the reason why I'm using the contour brush and not a different brush, is because the shape of the contour brush really helps to blend this in. Now I know this looks really dark now, but when you keep going and going and going, it will eventually blend into your foundation. I'm then going to go in my Huda Beauty setting powder, and I'm going to use my powder puff, because the powder puff gives you more control when applying the setting powder, because sometimes we put on too much or too less. So this can really help with the build up of the setting powder. And then I'm going to get my setting powder and I'm going to blend, and I'm going to go straight in with on the eyes, just because under the eyes is where I would crease first, and we don't want no creases in our makeup. I'm going to go on my chin. So I'm basically going on all the spaces that I've put concealer, and then I've really got to apply it into the skin, or it's going to leave patches, and oh, I really don't want that. When it comes to the side of the face, we're actually just going to drag it straight down, and it's going to help set in that contour that we put on our chin. I'm then going to go with my Laura Mercier translucent powder to go up my nose. The reason why I'm using translucent powder on my nose and not on the other areas of my face is because this is the area of my face that gets the most oily. So it's really to help with that oil control, because my nose really gets oily. Now I'm going to go with my powder brush to get rid of that powder that is baking. Now I'm not brushing it off, but I'm patting it into the skin. So this might take a little while, just because we don't want the streaks. But you really got to push the powder into the skin. Then I'm going to use my eyeshadow brush to tap out the translucent powder on my nose, or to brush it off. And I'm using eyeshadow brush just because it's so small, and obviously my nose area is small. My Huda bronzer again. I absolutely love this bronzer. And we're going to fill in these gaps because we can't be having that on our face. No. And then I'm going to go over all the places that I put the bronzer on the contour after. I think my favourite part of makeup is bronzer because it really adds colour back into your face. If you've used products too dark or too light, I just love the bronzer glow. I love it. We're starting to glow a bit. Now I'm going to go with my Too Faced blush. Guys, this shade of pink, let me just see, this shade of pink, I love this pink. I love this colour. Like, it's such a beautiful colour. And it's the pigment, I kind of actually put on too much already. It's just so pigmented. Like, look at that. You can see it. And I am doing the upwards blush look today, so we will be applying our blusher higher than usual. Now, I know it looks crazy right now, but I'm really going to blend it all into the skin. Now, to lock my base in place, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow Pressed Powder just to press all my makeup in place. Now, it might not look like it's doing anything, but the pressed powder really holds your makeup in place and it makes it last long. And that's what I'm going for. I'm going for full coverage look, and I want my makeup to last all day. My Rimmel London lip liner. Guys, Rimmel London when it comes to lip liner, I can't get over it. I can't get over it for the price. This lip liner is only £3. Only £3, and so much product comes off the pencil. It is ridiculous, and it's a really good lip liner just for making your lips look bigger. Like, look, my lips are popping and we ain't even finished. Then gonna go in with my Barry M lip oil. Now guys, if you know from my MAC Cosmetics bingo vlog, I got this for free. Oh my gosh, it's dripping. I got this for free, and guys, I'm not ad, it just gives you such a nice shimmer to the lips. And I'm just going for a more toned down lip today. It's very, very hard for me not to do a pink lip combo because that is my thing. But it needs to be stopped. We need to stop. We need to wear different lip combos. I'm going to go with my e.l.f. setting spray. I've never used this setting spray a day in my life. I've never used it. Only when we used it on the beauty blender earlier. This is a new, fresh product. And to be honest, e.l.f. has never let me down. So I hope it doesn't let me down today. And ooh, I like the way it sprays. Now guys, this is the end of the tutorial. This is my glowy skin, full coverage makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what type of makeup look should I do next. Should we do a clean girl? Should we do a more affordable look? Should we do a no makeup? Let me know guys in the comments. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.